Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of The Green Factor, a show where we talk about green design and the business of sustainability. I'm your host, Haris the Green Carpenter. Today, I'm live from the Green Factory Ampang. We're going to talk about green for less today. With me today, we have Yet Mee. Hi, Yet Mee.
Hey, hi Harith. Thanks for
So,
having me on board.
no worries, no worries. Thank you for coming in. Just a little backstory. I've known Yemi for quite some time, mostly online, but recently we've been meeting a few times through several of the program, especially with CIMB and all that. So I decided to invite you in to this show to share a little bit more about your aspiration and also the things you're doing. So, before we go into today's topic, for the benefit of our audience, can you just share a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Yeah, thanks. Hi, I'm Yet Mee from my company's name is May Prince and Berhad, and I have a brand of eco-friendly detergent named ecoMinim, Minim. And I have been always been such a fan of Harry's show. I've been attending most Thursdays when I can anyway. So May Prince and Berhad is a manufacturing company. But sometime in 20, and we started off doing ODM for multinational like S. Johnson, where we created products for them. And then sometime in 201, I guess 2010, 2011, we started on embarking on on the journey of green. Green was a new buzzword, then we wanted to create another product. And so we decided to go green because it was a new buzzword, and because we were already working with a company that was very environmentally conscious and aware. We decided that that was the desired path, because we didn't really want to just create another product for just to be in the market and just to be cheap, or just to compete with the rest of the mass market. So and because we were aware of the need to create to use good ingredients, then we went into the full research, and it took us about 8 years before we finally came out with our MVP and minimal viable product. But halfway through our research, it took about almost 8 to 9 years. But then around the fourth year, I then had a very bad skin issue, and I had to change my lifestyle, and everything that I ate and used had to be changed, had to be relooked at again. So then we went back to the drawing board to create products that what would be suitable for me, essentially. But then halfway along the line, we discovered that as we were developing the product and going through all the ingredients that is safe for sensitive skin, because I was having major breakouts. Uh, and as I spoke to people, I discovered that 1 out of 3 people that I speak to will know someone, or they themselves will have sensitive skin. So we were on the right. We decided then, okay, that whilst it was quite self-indulgent in the beginning, because it was just because we wanted to do something that I could use, then I realized that there is a very big market out there that is underserved. And we began to study ingredients, we began to study the effects of detergent and stuff like that. So currently, Mayprint is that owns that produces ecoMinim is a ISO 9001 and ISO 14001 company. We are also a My Hijau certified company.
Awesome, awesome. And I think like a follow up to that is, of course, you started off doing it because of your own requirements and all that. But after a while, you see it becomes a business, and you're pursuing it, and you keep on doing it, and in a space that is quite crowded in a way, because there's a lot of other non-sustainable or even sustainable companies that are also producing the same thing you are doing. So why is it like sustainability is still very important to what you do?
When we started, the word sustainability hadn't quite materialized. It was just going green, eco-friendly, and stuff like that. I think over the last maybe 4 5 years, that's when the word sustainability came about. And that's when everybody talks about it, but we all had to really learn it. And it's only maybe in the last 2 to 3 years that the sustainability journey becomes clearer to everybody. And yes, the detergent business is very crowded. That is very true. But for the detergent business to be fully sustainable, I think you see the big brands already leading the way. But for a small company like us, the word sustainability becomes very important because we have to truly understand and embrace the word sustainability. It's not just a simple change the label, make it look green, or change one or two ingredients, make it look green, and then then therefore it is green. For us personally, and personally for myself and for my company, we really want to walk that sustainable path. That means we really look through the entire ingredient list, the effects of it, packaging material, the effects of it, how our company is functioning, and what we embrace, our philosophies, the UN SDG pillars and stuff like that. That's important to us. And sustainability in the truest sense, not just greenwashing, which is very easy for a lot of brands to do because just make themselves look green and they call themselves green and they sell the slightly expensive price, and then therefore they get away with it. But to me, sustainability is very important because Minim, just to go back a little bit, Minim, the name means what is a palindrome, right? You read it backwards and forwards, it's the same. MINIM. But what it really means is that it's a palindrome, means what we believe with that name is that what you put in today is what you're going to reap tomorrow. So we truly want to stand by the name. And so we're very careful with our ingredients. We really study, we make sure that we conform to certain UN SDG pillars, which is 5 for women empowerment, and then 9 and 14, I think, 12 and then 14, I think, where we talk about safe for aquatic life, clean, sustainable manufacturing as well. So because of the importance and the depth of the word sustainability and what it means to the future and what it means to the planet and the environment, I don't think we should play a fool or take it too lightly. It's not all about business. Sustainability is not all about business. Sustainability has to come be a little bit of heart. It's really, when we talk about people, planet, profits, which were coined out, when it first started, this sustainability awareness first started, is truly what we embrace. We want green, good ingredients that is safe for the people. Then we want ingredients that are just not just safe for the people, but really safe for the planet as well, right? And then it goes down to the profits. So how we attain the profits? Well, that's our challenge, isn't it? Because like you said, the field is huge, and we also find that sometimes customers are not so discerning. Like they or maybe it's just I mean the field of detergent, like the field of sustainability, is huge. It's so deep that you need to really be a scientist to understand all of those terms, right? So but there are some basic things that we as customers, as consumers, or even as guardians of the planet, really, right, and guardians of our future generation, to really learn and recognize some terms so that we can all in our own little way play a part in sustainability, which is why we also coined out with our tagline is every small step matters. Because when we started, we realized that, my God, how do we go about it? Do I carry a plastic bag or do I not carry a plastic bag? It doesn't mean that I'm bad if I carry a plastic bag. Of course, then we should reduce. So and what happens if we did something that is not so environmentally friendly today? Does that mean that we are doomed for life? No, because it's a gradual step. It took 100 years for the world to come to where it is today, and the awareness of sustainability. It's going to take maybe another 100 years for it to go back to the norm or the expected results with the sustainability practices that we are doing today. So it's going to be every little step matters. Every little thing we do today will have an impact in the future, and that's our role, to make that little step every day.
Understand. I think for me, I like that you look at all the other processes and try to make the process greener. It's what we have been doing, and like you say, it's a journey, and we need to take it one step at a time. But the idea is to always keep moving. But same
Yes.
as other businesses, businesses that survive, we need to operate in a way that is profitable and at the same time
Mm.
sustainable. And what we notice is, like, a lot of other companies, they focus on the cost, and they sometimes forget about the business. Like, business is supposed to solve problem, right? It's supposed to
Mm.
give solutions and all that. So my next
Yeah.
question is, what actually are the problems that you are solving?
Well, What problems are we solving? Well, first of all, we try to serve this small minority. Oh, no, no more minority. Is kind of 50% of the community of the world population suffers of sensitive skin. So we try to cater to them. We try to create products that are that really, if you have eczema, you can use it and it won't cause a flare up. We won't say it will cure it because we are not medicine, but at least it will not aggravate the flare ups. That's our number one. So that's our number one problem we want to solve. We don't aggravate the situation, and we don't be the cause, because detergent has been known, reported, yeah, that it is the number one cause for contact dermatitis, which is what we call eczema these days, and also reported to be the number one pollutant in the world, right? So by using the right ingredients and we create a healthy product. We currently our products are made with certified organic surfactant. We make it with a food grade ingredients. Yeah, all the perfumes are IFRA certified perfume, so that it's eco-friendly, recognized in the European Union, so that whatever you use, it is safe. So, if, for instance, a dishwash, someone with a full-blown eczema, right? Uh, if they use it, it won't aggravate it. It might even calm it down a little bit, because you don't have all the bad ingredients like the SLES and CDE, betaine, and the phosphates and stuff like that. That is commonly found in other household products, or even the green products. Yeah, are not in our products, so it won't aggravate the situation for them. And 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 I think more importantly is that we want to gradually encourage people to find a new way of cleaning. That you don't always have to have a lot of bubbles to clean something, because that's how we've been taught over the years, right? With this particular ingredient SLES, whilst it's a very mild, it's a surfactant, but it's a known carcinogen, and it is also a known pollutant. So this ingredient has been in all our cleaning products, over 99.9%, I think, over the last 50 years, right? That was science. And they created this product, it helped clean. But now, 50 years, 60 years later, the scientists have recognized, hey, that is a bad product. It's not supposed to be in your cleaner or even in your cosmetics. But so now we are trying to get out of it. So what we did was, when we first started with our MVP, was, hey, we eliminated all of these ingredients that we think is going to be bad for skin, is going to be bad for the environment. So we've eliminated and we came up with our current product right now, right? But it doesn't look the same. It doesn't look like what your normal dishwash looks like, clear and colorful and then all bubbly. It doesn't. You won't be able. It's not going to be very. It doesn't look the same as everybody else's, but it's a clean product and it is a very effective and safe product. What we want to do is to solve the problem. Is trying to solve is the knowledge, the discerning, the knowledge of consumers, and changing the way people clean, and the habits that we have formed, and that we now found, scientists have found, is not working for the planet, not working for the people. That's essentially the problem that we want to solve.
And you said that you use a lot of ingredient that is certified, that is like being of a certain quality and more eco-friendly. That normally sounds like expensive, but you're also working on making this product affordable and also accessible to the mass. So how do you approach this? Because normally a lot of people say that green is expensive and all that. How do you make sustainable product more affordable?
Um, okay, in terms of price point, you're right. We use certified surfactants. We use food grade ingredients. So our cost of our products is not cheap. But because we created in products that are concentrated, yeah, so you actually don't have to use as much as you would with for instance, normal dishwash. Just to talk about the dishwash. So you just take one pump out and you mix it with a bit of water. We salsify it a bit, and then you can wash as many as 20, 30 dishes. That's our current product. As opposed to some other habits that have been formed in terms of cleaning, they just want to pump with they just want to pump out straight and then they wash. But it's cheap, yeah, sure, it's 5 ringgit 90 cents. But you have to pump 3 times to use it, right, to get the cleanliness. So, but if ours you use it 1 time, 2 times, the price is a little bit pricier, but you could clean just as much. Then it already helps you, right? And the other thing that we wanted to how we earlier I told you that we teach people to change the way people clean is we find that a lot of times people like to use a lot, like even hand wash you have to pump 2 times and then you wash and you wash and you wash and you wash, right? So you have to do it like almost a minute a wash. But our product, we don't need to do that, so we save water. Yeah, it's all these little subconscious things that you don't see. You save water, and then you would save your time as well, because you only need very, very little to clean your hands. You'd actually, but I found that I've noticed that in in myself less, because I tend to be a bit careful because of my hand. But I found that my colleagues, they tend to pump and they wash a long time. I found it in a household, my family member, they'll pump it and then they'll keep washing and they keep washing, and you're just transferring dirt. And I have to educate them, and I realized that suddenly, oh, this is how people wash, and that's why they will find it expensive. But if you are mindful of that, you just have to spray and wipe. Wouldn't that save your time? Wouldn't that save your water? You don't have to keep scrubbing, you don't have to keep spraying water. Wouldn't that be effective? And that's how we save. In terms of price point, I can't say that we are the cheapest for the mass yet. We are coming up with different research products, because our priority when we started was really about sensitive skin and saving the sensitive skin people, in their washing habits. But if you use less for more, wouldn't that be the saving? That should be the saving. Yeah, so that's how. And then we also try to encourage people to return bottles to us, where we reward them for sustainability. But we find that people find it too much trouble. This is so, too much trouble to actually collect bottles, even though you say, hey, call us, we'll come and pick it up free of charge, no charge to you. You just give it, we'll come and pick it up and we'll recycle it or we'll reuse it ourselves. People don't want to do that. So these are a lot of habits that we need to change in order to make sustainability affordable. Yeah, because that's the best way. Because if you are going, there are different ways and different ways people are doing it. So this is our way. We don't know what ingredients people put into. I don't want to comment on my competitors' ingredients, whether they're better or they're worse. I don't know. I don't want to. I don't think it's my place to comment, right? But this is how we think. If you use this product, this is what you can do. You would definitely, for instance, our products have been known to be sorry, I keep talking about my product, but our products have been known to be very no residue, so it's very easily rinsed off. So you can save electricity and water, and time. We want to make this very easy, very simple to use. And also, how is it affordable? Now, if you are using, if say for instance, you should know of a family member who has a flare-up, they have to go and see a doctor. A skin specialist costs you $300 per time, yeah, easily. But if you use a product and it doesn't cause aggravation, you will save a lot in sense, right? You will save a lot, and you would, I think, most important, save them the agony of that. What was my main concern was when I see all this feedback that we are giving is things that the market is giving back to us. Because when we first started, we say, hey, you know what, I'm number one user, I test everything myself, so if it doesn't cost me to each, then it's good enough. But when my customers trust and then they use it, and then they found that they have no solution in the market, and they finally found a dishwash that they can do, and then they full-blown eczema, they tried it and they sent us the feedback. And then and then the whole message was like, they sent on WhatsApp one day, and then they said they took a picture before and after, and then they say, oh, we didn't believe it, we went back to our old one, and then it came back again, and and this is the story we want to share with you. And then we find it very, very touching. And likewise, with pets as well, like our floor cleaner suddenly become like a pet owner's favorite, because we didn't know that pets have sensitive skin, although we say yes, baby and pet safe, but we didn't realize that pets have blisters. And there have been moments when there'll be panic calls that, hey, we need this urgent, our pets area being washed with another dishwash by a dishwash from don't know what brand by someone, and now our pets are reacting to it, and we've got this kind of conversations going on for our products, which is very enlightening. And the other thing that I think was even more heartwarming and a cause of concern for me is that when I speak to my friends who have young children, and being modern young parents, they encourage their children to be independent and to contribute to the household by washing dishes, right, as what we all used to do, right? But all their children have sensitive skin, itchy hands after they wash dishes. So, and just random conversations, 3 out of 3 I speak to, three parents out of three parents I speak to, their kids have this problem, I think then there is actually a problem already, right? And so we would let being friends, so we let them try our products, and the feedback was good. They don't get it. They don't. The children's skin does not react to it as badly.
Mm.
So yeah,
Understand.
that to us is very heartwarming,
Mm.
and that to us is
So
sustainability. Yeah,
yeah,
people,
so I think
not
like
the
the
people.
way, yeah, yeah. So the way you approach in term of affordability, of course, in term of product, there is certain elements of it, but you focus a lot as well in term of using it. What other benefits,
Yeah,
other savings that you can get
yeah,
from
yeah,
that. And by having a niche, which is the sensitive skin niche, you actually create a new segment of the market that differentiates you from other people. And in
that's
terms
right.
of that niche, your solution might look more affordable as well compared to having a higher end kind of products being used for sensitive skin. So there
But
are various other ways of how you can see it, and I love that you took other initiative or other ways of looking into this as well. You have touched a little bit on the challenges like educating and also operating in a more eco-friendly way. So, what are the challenge that you face in terms of doing this business in a more sustainable way?
I think awareness. Yeah, people are still very price sensitive. So there are always, like I said, cheaper and cheaper alternatives out there, and just calling themselves green. Are they really green? Is And also the customer's expectation as such, it must be green but still wash as hard. You know, granted, a cleaning detergent must be able to clean, but the extent of clean, you have to realize that there is a difference. And I think educating the consumer how to use proper things is important. Um, and the other challenges we find is that, of course, as a company, we always want to come up with the best product, the most sustainable product. So, plastic packaging is something that we constantly look into, how we can help reduce plastic in the market. That's something that we very seriously am, uh, am, uh, am looking into for the future. The other challenges would be, of course, kept costing down. Mm, Being sustainable, we should try to be mass, but we are not mass just yet. And of course, the history of green products always being a premium product for very good reason, because last time, it's very hard to get ingredients, like when we first started. So cost was expensive. But as we pride ourselves in being a research company as well, and our commitment to make things affordable, we hope to come up with different variations of products in the future, which hopefully makes it more affordable, other than the fact that they are saving, reducing carbon footprint, other than the fact that they're reducing water, electricity, and medical bills. So that's much in the pipeline. So research is our challenge as well. Coming up with different products serving different target markets. That's I would yeah. You could call it a challenge, or you can commitment.
Sure, sure. But of course, doing the right thing requires a lot more effort than not thinking about
Mm.
all these issues, right? So
Yes.
we've touched about the challenges, but you also share a little bit about the future. So right now, in terms of the pipeline, what are you guys looking into coming up in the future?
Well, definitely more and more products. Yeah. We want to cover the whole range of products. And if possible for the household. We want to make it like it's so easy that you just spray and wipe, and then you live a happy, healthy, safe life and sustainable life. We have a lot of other products in mind, yeah, that we are coming out with. Hopefully in the future, maybe even skincare. We are eventually looking into that. We are, of course, looking to, Malaysia, being a manufacturer, of course we hope to export our products, you know what I mean? So we have to really understand and study how we can enter the qualify and enter the markets, as I see it. But we don't feel that there is a problem, but we're constantly researching, and we actually talking to people about that, I mean, in the other markets. But But the future plans is really to educate consumers more and be more in the retail space, so that their customers can then access our products better.
Understand.
The mass customers can access our products better, because we find that there's a select group who goes online and they are very specific about the things that they want, and their understanding of the things that they want from us is very interesting. So we'll probably have to cater differently for the mass market.
So
That's what.
right now, we are seeing a lot of growth in this segment: green products, sustainability, eco-friendly, carbon neutral, circular products, and all that. So, are you very bullish or optimist about a greener future?
Uh, yes, I am. I think there is growing awareness, but it's a slow growth. Yeah, it's a slow growth. But there is the growing awareness. And of course, business people are very quick to jump on the bandwagon of being green. But we also find that there is awareness from customers where they look for us from the corporation to look for us for a certain reason. For instance, we have a company that does what you might call that, the superfoods. They grow super greens, and they look for us because they want and it's hydroponic, so they want a an environment where their plants can grow without toxic fumes being absorbed, right? Because plants just absorb the environment's air, so they look for us for that reason. Yeah, so I think the future is very good. Right now, um, as time goes along, right now the cost of things are a little bit expensive, especially over the pandemic. But I think in the future that, like I said, we are a research house. We are looking to cater to a different market segment. Then we will be able to work towards that. But the green future has is is going to happen. It needs to happen, and it's going to happen. And I think more importantly, there should be regulations so that people then don't just simply call themselves green, uh and then the consumers are not any wiser, because at the end of the day, we are not achieving the intention of people, planet, profits, right? It's going to be just profit, just look green for the sake of profit, and just look green so that you are in the business. And that's not the ultimate point of things, right? And we ourselves want to be certified in as much as we can, to conform to all the regulations. So we are working towards that kind of. That's why we are Mahijau certified. We are Sirim EcoCert certified. You know what I mean? We want to be able to walk the talk, not just talk, because we're quite serious about it, because we've seen the effects of it. We know the effects of it. So yeah, and we've seen how people are affected, how more people are getting cancer, more climate or floods, we're always talking about the floods, more, it's all real things, like even in New York, for instance, it did detect in the waterways more than 1% of per parts per billion. They already consider that area is contaminated, the water is contaminated of SLES ingredients, yeah, leftover residue of SLES. So that's how
Understand.
serious it is. But in Malaysia, nobody knows, nobody cares. The ingredients don't matter. They don't even, like, for instance, preservative. What kind of preservative? It's very common in the cleaning detergent to use formaldehyde as a preservative. And the more and in the labels, it doesn't say preservative, right? It doesn't say formaldehyde, right? It just says preservative. So you don't know what preservative they use, right? But it's common enough that you will see that. And then they but for us, we believe in transparency. We use food grade for preservative, so we tell it as it is. But you, as a consumer, is not any wiser. If there are no regulations, then how will we achieve that kind of sustainability? How will we avoid the contamination and the pollution, right? So we talk now about the obvious things, which is microparticles of plastics, the obvious things that's in the for plastics abuse, but or plastic usage. But plastic is also a very sophisticated industry, and the recycling of it and the reusing of it now, and even using of ocean-bound plastics as recycled plastic, and or even using recycled plastic as part of plastic bottle. These are all part of the process that they are trying to reduce the use of plastic and the contamination of plastic in the environment. So it's a very sophisticated industry as far as I'm concerned, right? Because you can't really totally go away from plastic just yet. Yeah,
Yep.
maybe in the next 100 years. I think more concern would be when people just talk and make it like talk about compost plastic. Oh, they just go around selling, oh, our product is placed in compostable plastic bottle, and there is no such thing yet. But customers are like, oh, it's a compostable plastic bottle. Oh, they must be really good. But it doesn't happen. These things doesn't exist yet, right?
Understand,
Yeah,
understand.
yeah. So
So,
people need to educate themselves. Yeah,
so there's a lot of other issues that we need to solve together as well, and not only
yeah,
one person can solve it. We need a lot more people in the chain as well. And I do agree the demand is going to grow in a steady
yeah,
pace,
absolutely.
but we are
Very,
seeing in developed countries like Europe, US, they are already it's already there. And within these few years, it's also going to come to this part of the world. The larger organization right now, they need to do their ESG reportings. They have to comply with certain regulation, and we have scope 1, 2, and 3. And what's going to happen is all the because of scope 3 as well, all the suppliers and
supply
all that
chain.
will need
Yeah,
to comply to all this. So this
yes.
is already a way that shows that in the future there's going to be more demand and also more emphasis on that. So thank you very much, Amy, for your input. I would love to see what other things you guys can make in the future. Thank you very much for sharing your story. For the audience, if you like the session, do share it. Thank you for tuning in. And as always, have a green week ahead. Bye bye, guys.
Thank you.